Hey guys, welcome back to Sky Factory 2.5. Let me give you a quick rundown of what I've been doing for like a day and a half here, and show you something I found out that's really handy for those of you playing along with Thaumcraft and some other things. So, here's where most of my time is going. I'm actually reformatting the reactor to be the checkerboard pattern with diamonds and fuel rods. I'm not using the cryotheum in here for two reasons. One, the achievement book wants me to use diamonds, and two, cryotheum is harder to get unless I use the cow, and it's not that much better than diamond. It is a little bit better, but not by much. So I don't want to set up the whole thing with cryotheum and then have to come back and do it again in diamond for the achievement book, so I'm just going to do it in diamond the first time, and we'll call it good from there. You can actually use the builder's wand for these. Even though they're not touching like sideways, they are touching on a diagonal, so you can do that. It's a little bit faster. It doesn't let me use the builder's wand for the fuel rods, but so I'm putting those in by hand. So we got a ton of those still to make. Still farming a lot of yellorium and diamonds. Come down here real quick. Got like a few thousand yellorium ingots here. Let's see, 9,600. The thing I was actually short on is iron. Oh, I can't make 5,000 of those. Alright. I need a couple of more crafting calculator processor things then, don't I? How about 4,000? We can do 4,000 at a time. Anyway, so while those are processing, let's go to the reason I'm making the video. So if you're in your Thaumcraft area and you're trying to upgrade wands and you get the best one you can, which so far I've found is the Thaumium Boss Silverwood wand. It has a capacity of 100, but that's not enough. Some things actually take more than 100. Or if you want to just not recharge it so often, and you're not worried about making the stuff that costs a lot, then you want to go higher. Well, to go higher than these wands, you want to go to staves. So you have the Great Wood Staff. That's the one I'm making here. Well, I've made the actual staff core. You use 2 Great Wood rods. Those are like 2 Great Wood logs each. And then a Primal Charm goes on the end, and you get the staff core. And then the staff core, you have to put thaumium caps on. Now, these are where I ran into a little bit of a difficult spot, a little bit of a rough patch here. And that's getting this Auram stuff. This is like the hardest one to find. Let me show you the list of things that I have found that contain aura. Basically, it's the stuff that you use aura in to create. So like the thaumium caps, the essentia storage cells, and the little parts that go in the components that go in the storage cells. There's also 1 point in the sigils that you can get from the Wither Boss. So I melted down quite a few of those. I'm down to like 5 of them so far. I'm like melting down the rest. And you can get them from these little ethereal essences that are dropped by wisps in the nether. And these provide 2 aura in every single one. So I had a little bit of these. You actually have to use these essences to create the storage cell components. So I didn't want to use a lot of them, but It turns out that's like the best way to get the Auram stuff. So the problem now is, how do we catch one of those wisps and put it in a spawner? Well, there's the forbidden magic route where you can use these imprinted crystals here, but I'm avoiding all the forbidden magic, like the stuff that gives you warp, because my character is right on the edge of like just bad stuff happening all the time. So I'm not doing any more of the forbidden knowledge warp stuff. So I needed an alternate route here. And as you can see, I've got quite a few of these. Tons more in a chest. But, so, the route that I decided to take, this is going to be Soul Vials. There we go, Soul Vial. This is from Ender.io. It's 3 fused quartz and a solarium ingot. Makes 1 soul vial. And you basically just take this, go into the nether, right click on a wisp, and you get the wisp in a jar. This right here, the wisp in the soul vial. And I've like basically scanned everything here. So then you take that, and you have to build a spawner for that wisp. So first you have to make the broken spawner like this. You make these dark iron bars out of dark steel. 6 ingots of dark steel is enough to make 2 of these cages, like so. And then you take that plus 1 of these. This is a powered spawner. Machine chassis, electrical steel, vibrant crystal, Z-Logic controller, and any mob head, basically. Passive or not. Also, like player heads works. Any of these head crumbs heads. And that makes this powered spawner, but it's empty. It doesn't actually have any mob assigned to it. So you take your broken spawner and your wisp in a jar, and you make a soul binder. That's this right here. And yeah, this is a couple of steps, but it's worth it. You need a machine chassis, Enderman head, zombie head, skeleton head, creeper head, so basically just 4 mob heads. It has to be those specifically. 4 solarium, and that makes your soul binder. So you power this thing up, you put in your wisp in the bottle, and you put in your cage, your little iron cage thing. It imprints the cage with the wisp. Then you take the wisp cage and the powered spawner and put them in a vanilla anvil, and it will combine those together with a couple of levels. I think it took like 12 or 15 maybe. You put those together and it will actually create a spawner of the mob that you put in the soul vial, and you get your soul vial back, by the way. You can reuse it. So then I took that whole setup, came to the nether, took down my mob grinder and power cell, and went in here and set up this powered spawner with an octadic capacitor, spawning these wisps like quite a few. Every several seconds it spawns a bunch of these. And I've got my mob grinder here just working away on everything in there. And a vacuum hopper there, collecting items and experience. And this is all going up to the overworld mob grinder chest. Oh yeah, you can see them going in there every now and then. These I just cleaned out. I probably need to route the essences somewhere else, but for now it's fine. Oh, there went one over there. You see him exploding back there? Sometimes they'll spawn outside of this box, because that spawner has a pretty good radius on it, but the mob grinder has like a very large area on it. It'll probably get, yeah, it got that guy way back there. Anyway, so those are just spawning non-stop in there. So now I've got pretty much all of the Auram I need to make thaumium caps and anything else. Oh, well, that frame rate, the the encoding thing is going to be bad here. So we can take these little Wisp bits, and you can get these in every single type. Like, they have Auram and then 2 of something else. Every single aspect is in these. There's like water, fire, entropy, air, earth. Superbia is like the boss one. Like, you get that from not pride shards, or is that pride? That might be pride. Superbia, I think, is pride. Anyway, those you only get from pride shards, I think. But basically every single type of magic stuff that you need is in these, as well as, look at this one. You can get a double Auram essence, so it gives you 4 instead of 2, because it's technically 2 and then 2 more. So you can actually overlap it with itself and get 4. They're kind of rare, but I mean, it's 4 for the price of 2. Anyway, so I've got a whole bunch of these laying around. I went from needing a bunch to having a bunch. So if you're in the same boat and need a bunch of that Auram essence, that's how you do it. It's a little bit of work, but it's worth it. Also, I redesigned the infusion altar here. I went from a rounded looking design to more square, because the rounded design, it was actually not stable for some reason, even though it was all thoroughly symmetrical all the way around. So I went with a square design and made a ton of candles and put them all in here. And this thing will pretty much hold steady with anything I'm making. Anyway, so now that we have the thaumium caps made, that's where all my Auram was going. I was really short on it. It says that you have to add these caps to the staff. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright. Because I'm looking for something that stores a bit more than this 100 capacity silverwood wand. This is 125 and it also has 6 attack damage on it. There we go. And now to go charge that up. So anyway, that's like 2 days worth of work. If you guys are in the same boat and needing some of that Auram, that's how you get it. That's an easy way to get it if you're not looking for any kind of warp or negative effects. I kind of want to try grabbing one of these guys in a soul vial and seeing if you can spawn little straw golems. Not that they're hard to make, but I just want to see if it's possible. Because those wisps, if you've been following the series for a while, I've tried to grab those wisps with a couple of different tools. The Safari Net, Golden Lasso, maybe the RF Tool syringe thing. That didn't work either. I also tried the Wither Boss a couple of different ways, but I haven't tried with a soul vial yet. I may go do that here in a minute. But if you guys are looking for Auram and need a spawner, that's how you get them. Anyway, that's you guys caught up. Now for a little bit of background information outside of game stuff. So this has all been kind of really grindy. Not even like the good kind of grindy where there's like a lot of reward at the end. It's mostly just spend like a day doing something and then have 5 seconds of video like, here's what I did, guys. So I'm nearing the end of what I'm going to do in the mod pack, actually. I could do Botania, but that's a lot of just like grow flowers, make mana, use mana to make things that I don't even need. I could go further into Draconic Evolution, but once I make the like Draconic Armor, after I make Wyvern Armor, start respawning the End Dragon a few times, that just gets tedious, because the End Dragon, even though like on our multiplayer server we respawned the End Dragon like 5 or 6 times, and he stays really super easy to kill. You make a ton of Awakened Draconium, make all the armor, weapons, and tools out of that, and then you go in to fight the Chaos Dragon. You just basically make a crossbow, and I've got a pretty good crossbow, and you just fly in circles, break all of his little healing crystal things, and then shoot him to death. So it's like the same as the end dragon fight, but you have to keep moving because he can do a lot of damage at once. But if you guys look up other YouTube videos of it, then you can find a guy that does it in like 2 minutes without taking really any damage. Just basically fly in a circle, shoot all the crystals, shoot him, and game over, you know. And then you can respawn him and kill him as far as I know. Or you can just go and find another one because they're like 10,000 blocks out. What else? There's that Iwi's workshop thing. I still haven't looked at that. I may do an episode on that. But if there's anything you guys actually really want to see in the series, other than like the Chaos Guardian Dragon thing, because I don't really feel like doing that on camera, it's basically just an end dragon fight. That's all it is, with more flying around in circles. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm nearing a close to this series, I think. I'm going to keep working on the reactor. I want to see that thing active whenever it's full. But I may be starting a new series here kind of soon. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, until potentially next time, I will see you guys later. Have a good day.